You will find out years after years, the years runs by so fast. By the time you know it, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, menopause, menopause, menopause. All the guys are all gone. And then it will be done on you that beauty fades and time runs fast. When you're in your 20s, early 20s, it's not too late to be involved in a serious relationship while you are preparing yourself for the future. Do not misuse your youthful time. That's when the oil on your face is glittering, everything is on point. Do not miss it for stupid reasons. Hello family, welcome to another beautiful edition of Annie Otter's vlog. If today is your first day watching me, you are welcome. If you're a returning friend, thank you so much. Please do not forget to like, share and comment on my videos. So in today's edition, we are going to be zooming into relationship. Are you a lady over 35 years of age, over 40 years of age, and you're still single? Yes, let's dice it together and know the reason why some ladies are still single, so that other younger ladies can take adequate precautions. Okay, so in no particular orders, why ladies outgrow their marital age. Number one, high expectations. So you see a lot of ladies, what they expect from a man is off the roof. So any man that comes close to them, they will scrutinize this man. Sometimes they won't even give that man any genuine audience. So their ego is so high, so inflated in a very negative way, almost driving everybody away from them. This type of people have high expectation of men who should be marrying them or dating them. He must drive certain type of car, he must live in certain places, he must have houses, dark, tall and handsome, hairy, six-pack, educated in certain level or in certain businesses, looking for somebody who is well established, that they don't have to pick a pin when such people marry them. Somebody who must be able to take care of all their problems and the problems of her family. So sometimes that will drive guys away from you. Number two, being too picky. You know, some ladies, especially those ones in their early 20s, they think this world revolves around them and they think they're going to be young forever. You need to think twice so that you can make adequate decisions on time. Okay, so they're being so selective. They want everything perfect in one man. Let me break it to you, there's no perfect man in this world, as well as there are no perfect women in this world. So you have to select the one who fits mostly to what you want, not perfectly to what you want. Okay, they always find fault in every man, either the way he walks, the way he dresses, the way he eats, the way he pronounces words, the way that is something wrong. Either they are too fat or they are too slim, or they're so rigid with everything they want. So people like that, men will easily walk away from them. Number three, being too educational and career minded. You see some girls when they're in school, oh, I can't date, oh, I have to finish school, I have to graduate, I have to start working, I have to do this, before they can even welcome somebody into their life to say hello. They have their own plan, very, very set, and they want it to be that way. Let me tell you something. You can be in school and be dating seriously as long as you have found the right person. So don't wait for one stage in your life to complete before you start another one. Again, you can also dictate how fast you want it to go. But what I'm trying to say is that you can be dating and be going to school. You can be working and be dating. Or you might say you have to build a certain solid career before you can start dating. No, you can be doing two things at a time. Remember, time waits for nobody, especially for women, because men can even reproduce in their 80s. Okay, but for women, we have specific time. Okay, so be wise in what you do and how you plan it. So don't wait to get to a certain level academically or career wise. No, you can combine things as long as you have found the right person to walk the path with you. Number 4, being too spiritual. You know, the trend now for these young girls, because they have been so brainwashed by certain pastors. Once a guy say hello to them, they'll be like, oh, you have to come and see my pastor. Come and see my pastor. My pastor needs to question you. My pastor needs to talk to you. My pastor. Wait now, there are levels and stages to things. So why are your parents not being the first person to meet this guy and talk to this guy? Why must it be your pastor? Why don't you be the one that will cross-examine this guy and see if this guy fits you? Why are you not being the one that will pray about the relationship and see if it's going to work? Let me break it to you. Some pastors might not even want you to leave the church because of the tithes, because of the offering, because of the seed, because of the usher, because of the choir you do in that church. They want you to stay there because sometimes whoever is dating you might not come from the same church where you are, and this person might want to take you to his church. And again, don't be too rigid that you'll be like, oh, he must come from my church. Please be careful. Don't say he must be worshiping where you worship. He must be a full member. He must be in the choir. He must be usher. No. Be careful. Don't even start asking this man, how many times do you pray a day? Do you speak in tongues? Do you do this? Do you go to Bible studies? Are you a prayer warrior? Are you this and that? No, be careful in all of these things. Let me tell you something. Heavenly race is a personal race. Okay? Guess what? When certain people comes to your pastor's daughter, they will marry them. Pastor is not going to seek for your opinion. They will marry them, whether they speak in tongues, whether they belong to choir or not. They will marry them. So be careful how you have all these things wrapped up in your brain. Spiritual, and you are driving potential husbands away from you at the right time. Be careful. Time is passing. Then another thing is being promiscuous. Yes, you know, some girls just like the game of playing boys, dribbling boys here and there. You know, they sleep with this one today, tomorrow they sleep with another one, tomorrow they're in Abuja, just like that. They're all over with every man. Anybody that says hello to them, they are going to bed with that person. Your story might come back to haunt us. So we need to be very, very careful the choices we make. It's not everybody that says hello to you that you have to respond to. Sometimes you just have to keep going, okay? So that your record doesn't read like she sleeps around. That's not good. You should be able to control your urge as a young girl, because guess what? Waka waka leg, the CC eyes, they see them as well. And the record might come back to haunt you when you need somebody to be in your life for real. But guess what? The story will come back to haunt you. So that's why we need to be very, very careful. Don't be a call girl. Don't be a one-night stand girl. Don't be a bad girl all the time. Be careful what you do, because people are watching you, and people can come back and tell your story to a potential husband, and this person might be the type that will say, no, I can't take this. So number 6, trauma. So series of events that are emotionally disturbing or life-threatening can affect somebody's, that's a lady's, behavior towards men. So it can cause her to withdraw mentally, emotionally, physically, socially, from any type of relationship with a man because of something another man have done to her previously. That can make her to just shrink into herself, into her shell, okay? So somebody who have been through abuse from a previous boyfriend, a previous partner, might be like, I don't want anymore. Or will be so afraid to go into another relationship, a new relationship. And years after years, this person continues to be single. And at the end of the day, it turns out that she's 30, she's 35, she's 40, she's 45, and still single. Maybe a man that have cheated on her, a man that have taken all her money and ran away, a man that she actually helped to build up. Then at the end of the day, the man will go and marry somebody else. That can make a lady not to trust any other man, but you know, the person would be so afraid to get into another relationship. So maybe there was a trauma during childhood, or somebody forcefully took her innocent as a virgin. That can also affect somebody from going into a new relationship with a man. Okay, or maybe somebody was an orphan and she went through hell growing up, and the person will be like, I don't want to be married or give birth to another child that might eventually go through the difficulties she went through as a child. So it's just individual reasons sometimes, and trauma is a very difficult thing to get over with. Number 7, family background and personal issues. There are some guys that will be like they have to marry from certain families, certain background, okay? So unfortunately for some girls, it's not their fault, because they are not in control of whichever family they belong to. Neither did they choose their parents, okay? So your family where you came from might affect you from getting married on time, because people will look at it, oh, the family don't have anything, the entire burden is going to be on me if I happen to marry her. Some people will be like, oh no, the parents are divorced, I don't want to marry for a child that is from a divorced family. She might end up divorcing as well. Some people will be like, oh, her parents are bad, they did this, did that, they don't have good reputation, they are not nice, so their child might be as bad as the parents. So this can be affecting a girl from marrying on time. Another one is hereditary disease. You know, something like leprosy, sickle cell can also be a factor why a girl cannot marry on time, or will even never get married. Okay, again, this thing is not under her control, but it's going to affect her. But those are the ones that are under her control are hygiene. If you're a young girl, you look dirty, unkept, untidy all the time, guys will run away from you. They will stay away from you, because nobody want to mess with all that, okay? If you have body odor, if you have mouth odor, people will stay away from you. Guys will not seek you in marriage. You have to be clean, okay? You don't have to look rich, but look clean and tidy and kept, okay? Then another thing is not being smart. Everything you know is that about the hotels, the best bed, the best restaurant to go and eat out, but there's nothing in your brain. There's nothing reasonable about family, about future. So this man cannot hold a quality conversation with you, a reasonable conversation with you. It's all about what you will wear, where you will go, where you will fly. You cannot sit down and talk about the future heart to heart, okay? This can turn off a man, because this is not what he wants to bargain for. It's not being responsible. You don't have any income, you didn't get education, you didn't learn any handwork, you're just looking for somebody to heap your problem on top. That can also prevent you from getting married. So establishing yourself is a plus. It keeps you at a certain place for a better spouse. You have to have something to bring to the table. So ladies, being unable to prepare decent meal, clean your environment, that can be a problem to some guys too. So when a guy calls you to come and visit, or maybe to the parents, and you can't even prepare just ordinary meal, that can be a turn off. Okay? Before you start going into other people's family, make sure you have learned the basics that you're supposed to learn from your home. Bad character, your personal bad behavior, nonchalant attitude, I don't care attitude, all these things will affect you as a girl. So again, you need to mend your character. You need to watch your behavior. You need to watch your attitude. Okay? Don't give the impression that you're not ready to settle. You know, some people are watching, they're watching their shape, their this. They don't want to settle so that they don't get pregnant and have baby, maybe have a different shape. Don't give a man that impression that you're not ready to settle, because that man will move on to another lady that is ready to settle. So in other words, you will find out years after years, the years runs by so fast. By the time you know it, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, menopause. All the guys are all gone. By then, it will be done on you that beauty fades and time runs fast. Okay, so again, when you're in your 20s, early 20s, it's not too late to be involved in a serious relationship while you are preparing yourself for the future. Whatever it is, do not misuse your youthful time. That's when the oil on your face is glittering, everything is on point. Do not miss it. Do not miss it for stupid reasons. Again, settle down when it's time to settle down. Thank you so much for watching another beautiful edition of Annie Otter's vlog. Do not forget to like, share, and comment on my videos. And your girl, Annie Otter. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye, guys.